We remastered your remaster and called it Gears of War Reloaded. Okie dokie. Gears of War Reloaded comes to the Xbox Series X and S, Xbox PC, Xbox Cloud Gaming, PS5, and Steam in summer 2025. First thing you got to point out is, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is actually going to be the first time you can get Gears of War 1 on Steam, right? This is a remaster of a remaster, okay? Because, the Ultimate Edition came out. Let's just go, okay?
Yeah.
The original Gears of War returns, faithfully remastered and natively optimized for more platforms than ever before as Gears of War Reloaded. I don't like loaded. All right, anyway, Gears of War Reloaded launches on August 26th for $40 on Xbox Series X and S, Xbox PC, Xbox Cloud Gaming, PS5, and Steam, and arrives day one with Game Pass Ultimate or PC Game Pass.
That's the biggest surprise, the $40. I really expected, especially, with all the price raises that we got last week, I expected that to be like a full price game, which I think would have really pissed people off. It being $40 is a pleasant surprise. The game, what are we doing? We're remastering our remasters. Yeah. Like, why not just do a free update for Gears of War Ultimate Edition and then put it on?
Yep. I agree.
Yeah.
That's why I think this whole thing's kind of, oh boy. All right, anyway, play on Xbox. We just read all that stuff, yada, yada, yada. Gears of War Reloaded supports cross-play and cross-progression. Okay, now you're starting to get my attention there because I am curious how well the multiplayer for this game is going to do. I can imagine at the start there'll be an influx of people being like nostalgia, and it's just going to be PlayStation people getting their assholes spread apart as they rightfully should be, and I think they're all going to freak out and cry. But I don't see the multiplayer lasting that long with this game. I think E-Day multiplayer is going to be the one that's going to have a bit more stability behind it in terms of player. Okay, now Xbox fans who own the original Gears of War Ultimate Edition receive a free upgrade to Gears of War Reloaded. If you got the digital version, that is.
Yeah, that's the little caveat I want to point out there. Yeah, only the digital version. So if you bought physical, now you got to buy it again.
Too bad, bitch.
That's
okay.
Fun.
So Gears of War Reloaded is a celebration of one of gaming's most iconic franchises, featuring 4K resolution, 120 frame support, and ultimate multiplayer experience with cross-progression and cross-play across all platforms. This is the definitive way to experience the game, get started at all. As we approach the 20th anniversary of Gears of War in 2006, we're reflecting on what this franchise means. It's about the stories we've told, the friendships we've built, the unforgettable moments we've shared together. With Gears of War Reloaded, we're opening the door for more players than ever. So there's the original. We go there. Okay. A modern classic.
It's bigger now.
Multi-platform. It's bigger now. Multi-platform Gears of War. Look, I'm fine with this. I'm totally fine with, and we all know it's going to happen with Halo. I'm totally fine. I'm done with fucking exclusives. Let's just open it up for everyone, okay? Fuck this whole exclusivity shit. Let's just throw it in the bin. I am totally fine with Gears of War being on PlayStation. And now this is where the remnants of the console war retards are fighting with each other. Because on one hand, it's, oh my God, Xbox is completely dead. They're sending their old games over to PlayStation. And on the other hand, it's, holy shit, PlayStation games are so fucking bad, they need 20-year-old Xbox games to come over. You're all fucking idiots!
Both are right and wrong.
You're both right and wrong.
Yeah, I think my problem with this is you just had like the Marcus Phoenix collection in your hands. You could have done the trilogy.
Where's Gears 2? Where's Gears 3?
Yeah, you could have done the trilogy. And you know what? That would have fucking sold gangbusters. It would have gotten... I don't think it would have affected E-Day at all either. Because I think what would happen is it would get people way more hyped for E-Day. And it would also have its own, like, pretty supportive... Especially if you do it like MCC. Do everything you did with MCC except for actually make the game fucking run well. That's the one change you got to do. But take that trilogy, put it together... And then, hell, if you want to eventually put in Gears 4 and 5 like they did in the MCC, go ahead, right? No one really gives a shit, but, somebody might care a tiny bit. But you put in that original trilogy, people would fucking buy that, man. And and not just people who are fans. There's going to be that is a perfect entry point for people who are new to the franchise. I bought the MCC collection because I was like, I've never played Halo. I never had an Xbox as a kid, so I never got to play it. And I bought it. I played through Halo 1. I played through Reach. And I'm like, fuck, man, these games fucking good, right? And I haven't even played the fucking best ones yet. I still got to play those, right? But it's a perfect entry point for new fans, and it's a great way for older fans to play it in a condensed fucking form.
Especially,
they don't have to buy 3 different games. You know?
If they did the full MCC with multiplayer and Horde, the way like MCC has its multiplayer and Firefight and all that type of stuff, this would have been fucking huge. And like that, no, you're right. That is the biggest problem with this. It's like, well, where's that? That's what people want. Like, this is a remaster of a remaster. I mean, for fuck's sakes, dude. Fucking annoying.
Remember, we had rumors that they were planning on doing that. And I think, I mean, for years, man, I remember being in high school and a buddy being like, I think they're going to do a Marcus Phoenix collection, you know? Even when Gears 5 came out, and like he was like, I think they're going to put out a fucking Marcus Phoenix collection to help it. And just to piss him off, I said they should call it the Dave Bautista collection because they put fucking...
Yeah, well, they kind of did that, so fuck you.
Yeah, I know. I want it. I want more. I want Dave to replace Marcus in everything.
Oh, God. All right, developed by Coalition and partners with Sumo Interactive and Disbelief, Gears of War Reloaded launches August 26, 2025 for the $40 and all that stuff we've already said, yada, yada, yada. Gears of War Reloaded includes the full breadth of content from Gears of War Ultimate Edition, delivering the most complete version of the original game to date. Players will gain immediate access to all post-launch downloadable content at no additional cost. That includes the bonus campaign act, all multiplayer maps and modes, and a full roster of classic characters and cosmetics unlockable through progression. Now, I want to dial back to this release date. August 26th. I'm going to take a wild swing and say that means E-Day is going to be, maybe 12 months from now at best, as from today at best, 12 months from now at best.
Yeah, I think it's, it's not going to come out 12 months from now because of GTA. Remember, GTA is coming out late May. Either it's going to come out later in the year or they're going to have to rush to get it ready for early in something like January, February. I think maybe it's tough right now because of GTA. Everyone's trying to cram their games around it. So a lot of games that were meant to come out in May are probably going to get moved. This is what happens all the time with big games, but especially with GTA, I think you're going to see an influx of game announcements like this, where it's like, oh, we know that GTA is not coming out in August, so we can put this out. Honestly, with the delay, I think the only W that we got out of it was the fact that they announced the actual date. So there's less guessing. And it allows a lot of studios to be like, okay, here's what we're doing, right? If that shit about Half-Life 3 is true, which has all been coming out, here we go. We're going to get Half-Life 3 this year, possibly. I mean, that is... It's apparently the rumors are it's a fully playable game at this moment.
Oh boy. Yep.
So we get that, we get this, we get so many other great games. You have to find, I'm not saying this is necessarily going to be great. It could be a clusterfuck, but it's easy for this to be great because it's based off of a great game, right? And Half-Life, I'm going based off the track record of what they did before. Who knows? It could be hot dog shit. But each game, you don't want to fucking cuck your own game by putting it too close to other people. So Microsoft, I think, was smart when in announcing this. I know it was underwhelming, but it's smart to get it out now because then you signal to everyone else, hey, you're going to have trouble if you put it in late August. You're going to have to find some other time. You're going to have to find mid-September, early August type of shit. And then there's going to be people who decide, oh, I am going to compete with Gears of War. I think our game can compete, right? If Valve was to drop a Half-Life 3, I think it could compete with this game easily. But other games won't. So it sucks that we're talking about GTA when we should be talking about Gears, but it does affect.
You got to take it into effect. You got to take it into effect.
But with this game, it is kind of a letdown at this moment.
Gears of War Reloaded is built for shared play, whether you're teaming up in split screen or jumping online. The campaign supports 2-player co-op and versus multiplayer allows up to 8 players. With crossplay on all platforms, you and your friends can squad up no matter where you play. No Microsoft count required. Oh,
really?
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. We'll put a W on that. We'll put a W on
No,
that.
hold off. I don't think they mean PC. I think PC, you are still going to have to use your Microsoft account. Which, to be fair,
no matter where you play.
Yes.
Let's read the whole sentence. With cross-play across all platforms, you and your friends can squad up no matter where you play. No Microsoft account required. I don't think so, Cream. I don't think so.
I think that's only PS5. I do honestly think they're going to still have the requirement for PC. And I don't know if there will be much complaint. I mean, it is kind of an L if they do that, because it says no Microsoft account required. I hope they don't force people to do that, right? That would be great. But it's one of those things where most people are already logged into the Microsoft account that is their Xbox account on their PCs. So you just end up clicking like 2 buttons and you're in. So
however, signing in with a Microsoft account unlocks full cross-platform functionality. It enables cross-progression, so campaign and multiplayer progress carries across device. It also allows you to send invites and play with friends across platforms. All like
so
Xbox, PlayStation, or Steam. Sorry, like PlayStation. Fuck me. Like Xbox to PlayStation or Steam to Xbox.
So it is required.
It is required. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not required, but if you actually want to get any functionality out of the cross-platform progression, yeah, it is required. And it also, if you're on an Xbox, you need a Microsoft account anyway, so technically
that's not cross-platform at all. So they just fucking lied in that previous. So
it's cross-platform. if you connect your Microsoft account, then it's cross-platform.
Oh,
yeah.
Dearie me. Okay. All right. Precision performance on every platform. No matter where you play, Gears of War Reloaded has been re-engineered to look and feel incredible. You get 4K resolution, 60 FPS in campaign, 120 in multiplayer, high dynamic range, Dolby, yada yada yada. Okay. 0 loading screens between campaign.
I'll better. If there is if I see 1 loading screen, even when I just boot up the game, gonna put my fist right through.
One interesting thing about that's going to be really cool is Gears of War 1 has a lot of section where like the next level will start without a cutscene. So back in the day, like there'd be like a part where like, you know, you open a door and then the next level would just start with you walking through the door, right? And there would be like a little, you know, spinning, loading cog in the corner and shit as you're opening.
You get rid of that.
Yeah,
it kind of immerses you a bit
walking
more
through the door into the next level. Yeah, that will be cool. That will be. All right. For faster frame rates, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And wherever you play, we're meeting you there with the best version possible. Gears of War Reloaded includes platform-specific features that make you the most aware of hardware you already own to deliver a world-class Gears of War experience, faithful to the original, optimized for today, and made for everybody. For Xbox fans, I thank you. As a token of our gratitude to longtime fans, Gears of War Reloaded will be a free upgrade to players who purchase the digital version of Gears of War Ultimate prior to today's announcement. Well, there you go. Okay, so only over on there. But here we are on Steam. It just look at this description: the iconic original, faithfully remastered.
That's a wait and see there, buddy.
Yeah. That to be determined on that. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Gears of War going multi-platform. I guess this was inevitable. I have zero doubt in my mind that the Halo shit's true. I mean, I think everyone thought that shit was true, but after this, it's just guaranteed to be happening. But the one thing that really does intrigue me about this, I'm very curious to see how the player base is going to react to the multiplayer. Like, are the servers going to be fooled or not? But ultimately, to me, this is it's a remaster of a fucking, like, I love this game, but it's a fucking remaster of a remaster. Why didn't you just do the whole trip? Like, this was the perfect opportunity, like you said, the perfect opportunity to MCC it. Imagine if right now this said, Gears of War Marcus Phoenix Collection comes to Xbox Series S, X, PC, fucking PlayStation, summer 2025. We'd be like, all right, my dick's fucking hard.
Yeah, you'd be like, oh, I know what I'm doing in August. I'm playing this fucking game, right? And again, August, September, it's a good time to release a game. If you want proof, look at Space Marine and Black Myth Wukong. Now, I think those games probably would have done well no matter where they released. But when you get to that point, you're at the end of summer, people are gearing back up because a lot of people will take vacation and stuff. And even if they're not taking vacation, people are chilling out a little bit more, you know, more relaxed during the summer. They may or may not be sitting and playing games. They may be outside, you know, chilling. Like Extra Zero, he's just working on his pool. I don't think he even swims in that thing, by the way. Was this all just was this all just a loop around to insult Extra Zero and his pool? Yes.
Yes.
But
All
to
right.
tie it back into Gears of War, it's a good time to release it. It doesn't look like that from what I remember off the top of my head. I don't think August is very cluttered with games. And if it gets good reviews, if we're finding out the game's not fucking broken, people are willing to check it out. And it's on Game Pass. Again, obviously it's on Game Pass, but that's also going to help as well. And it'll sell well on Steam, I think. And we've seen that Game Pass isn't really affecting
Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater is 2 days after Gears. And then after that is Shinobi Activate. Probably won't. But yeah, that's probably going to be its biggest competitor right there.
I think that its biggest competitor will be Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar.